Hello guys, welcome to the Raffleberry Pancake channel. I'm your host as always, Jesse Hill, and I just want to talk about something in a particular company in general that I've been a loyal customer to for just an uncountable amount of years. Well, I'm not that old, so, to me it feels like forever. But I want to talk to you about Microsoft. I've always been a big fan of Microsoft. I've always liked their products. I've never really had a problem with it. And I was reading some stuff tonight, and I just got some tech support stuff. I was calling them about Zune. Now, a lot of you guys are probably going to call me a hipster for having a Zune, but mind you, I've had it since 2007, when the Zune was really a big thing for a little while. And through all the PR nightmares, I've really only gotten positive things about it. This little thing right here. And I know that the case makes it look a little big, so I'll just go ahead and take it out for you. And the reason why I sound a little bit bummed out is because they're discontinuing Zune software. Now, anybody who's ever owned one can say without a shadow of a doubt that this was coming. And it seems like Microsoft really just doesn't give a damn about its customers at all, and they're going to say, well, no, it's just this and this, and they're going to make excuses, which is completely asinine. They're a multi-billion-dollar corporation. They're only doing it for their own convenience. It really pisses me off. And before I show you guys what I'm talking about, this is my Zune. It's a Zune HD. I've had this since 2007. It has 120 gigabytes. It was touchpad. It had better interface, better value for what it was. It's one of my favorite possessions. It's my teddy bear, if you will. And just to give you a little bit of a brief history of why I say that is because during my really dark years after my car accident, I felt so alone, and I was just, I needed motivation, and a lot of time, my mom bought me this in middle school, and it was there for me, and I know that sounds stupid, and it sounds a little silly and trivial for a lot of people, but everybody has their little thing they're attached to, and this little thing here kept me sane through a lot. I could listen to the radio, I could look at funny pictures, I could go on social media, I could look at the radio, I could even check things out on the marketplace and even play games to a degree. This was long before apps, and this was long before all that stuff. And I'm still yet to fill this up. But as of tonight, October 6, 2015, I was reading some stuff that they kind of covertly left out of the public eye, and I don't know why they didn't do that. They're phasing out the Zune software completely. Now, a lot of people are like, well, that's not so bad. Again, yeah, you'd be kind of right. If they were upgrading to something better. But from what I've read, Groove music software, which I'm about to show you right now, let me just show you here. Yeah, there it is. Okay, Groove music software. It's kind of similar, and I have Zune music, and this is from my new computer, by the way. Zune music was always easy. It always had an easy hotbar to click on. Marketplace. All the music, every subgenre you could think of. You can blues and folk, and then there's subgenres of all that. Pretty cool, huh? I always thought that at least. And you can go to your collection, you have a ton of things, and I have it on my other laptop because I had the laptop longer, but you get the idea. I had videos, like all the cool animes and all the really neat videos I used to watch. I bought all these long before they phased out the video thing, which I thought was just absolute, just, pardon my French for anybody who gets annoyed at this, but retardation. Like, it's just pure mentalness. I have pictures, I could download podcasts, and all sorts of things like that. It was really easy to use, really good interface, but as of tonight, I got some really disturbing news about that. I was reading a product review on it, and they said that the Groove music software is no longer compatible with the Zune player. And a lot of people say, well, that's not a big deal. We'll just get an iPod or something like that. Well, this was pretty expensive back in its day, and I paid good money for it. It still works. I have no problems with it, and I love this thing to death. It's got a lot of sentimental value to it. I've been a loyal customer for a long time. If Apple decided to phase out a lot of the older Apple products and make them unusable, you better bet your britches you guys would be pretty upset about it as much as I am right now. But I'm more depressed about it, if anything else. I've been, as I said, I've been a loyal customer for such a long time. I absolutely love the software. I love the Zune. It's durable. It's reliable. I've never had trouble with it. It's got 120 gigabytes. I mean, I can't even fill the thing up. But it's always been there for me. Whenever I'm depressed, whenever I'm deep in prayer, whenever I'm upset, whenever my pain's a lot to handle at the time, or, whenever I'm just bored, I'm just out on the road, I can plug this into my car and I can listen to it and enjoy it. And, people are like, well, just upgrade. In a lot of ways, you'd be right. I could just simply upgrade it. That's not a big deal. Just get a new device or just use my phone more often. But my phone has always been a tool more than anything else. This has always been a recreational thing. And I know that sounds a little really silly, but that's what this is for. And I don't know what Microsoft was thinking in discontinuing it. And I don't know why they would do that to their customers, because as someone put, we're one of the more loyal fan bases in the group, and I'm not going to fanboy and say that it's perfect, because nothing's perfect. But if it's still working, why would you cancel it? Or why would you make it obsolete purposely? It just seems shitty of somebody to do to you, especially with something like this. And I know it sounds trivial again, but to me this was a lot of things for me. This was my escape. And many times my world. And I know that sounds strange, but like a child wants its blanket, it comforted me. And I can't imagine just setting this down one day and saying I can't use you anymore. I know that sounds really stupid, and I know it sounds like a first world problem, but everybody has their thing. One thing that they treasure above everything else. And this was it for me. This thing has been with me for so long. And through so many things in my life that I just so many stories. And sure, I got crap for having one, and people call me a hipster. I was like, whatever. I don't really care. But I guess I'm just being silly. But it's just so disappointing to know that it's not even compatible. Like, literally, I'll show you right now. Okay, so we're on the monitor, and I have this pulled up. This is the Groove Music software. I'll get my Zune charging cable and I'll plug it in right now. Now watch what software reacts down in the corner. The Zune icon will be down in the middle, and so will the Groove software. Immediately, the Zune software reacts, like literally that quick, and it says, "Oh, hey, there's a device right here." And that's my device, Raffleberry Pwnecake. That's where I actually got the name for my YouTube channel. Was a silly little device. And damn it, it's syncing and trying to update the content, which will be canceled in November, which is just absolute bullshit. Why isn't it popping up here, you say? Well, why isn't it syncing to this thing? I don't know. I've been trying to figure that out for a little while now, and I've been trying to, I've been wondering, well, what am I going to do? I keep looking through all this and trying to figure out an answer for all this, and I really can't give myself one. And it's because they're just phasing it out. It's as if all the customer appreciation I've given them and all the money I give them, it's like, well, sorry, we don't want to really support you anymore. At the least they could do is make this Zune compatible. But no, that's not the case. Everyone has to have a smartphone or an iPhone, and some of us just flat out can't afford that right now. And you can see where I'm getting angry and why I'm frustrated. Microsoft, honestly, shame on you guys. I don't know if it's just, it was just convenient for you guys, or just because you just didn't want to deal with it anymore. But when you do that, you alienate your crowd. You draw a line in the sand. You say, you know what, I don't want to deal with you loyal customers anymore. I don't want to deal with your crap. And you know what, so what if your technology still works? It's obsolete, so we're not going to let you use it. Even though this is still pretty advanced for what it is. I mean, that would be like, Apple saying that all the older iPods are no longer usable. There'd be rioting in the streets. They would crucify Apple people. But, I don't know. I just don't want to be able to phase it out and say that I don't have to use it anymore. I don't want to do that. So, Microsoft, this is my challenge to you. Make it right. Fix the problem. And to be frank, you should be ashamed of yourselves. That little device has given me so much joy over the years, and it's been a fixation for me. It's kept me, it's kept me level-headed when I've been upset. It's kept me together whenever I'm depressed. I would listen to some music and watch some shows, but now I don't even have usage rights over any of them, so I can't even use them, so my Zune's locked up. Can't listen to any of the music I streamed or downloaded or anything like that. Sure, I have the songs that I paid for a long time ago that are no longer really relevant to me at the moment, but, whatever. What is it to you guys? Well, what about the money I spent on that? Should I still be getting my, money's worth, my entertainment value out of something? Just because it's obsolete doesn't mean it's broken. It doesn't mean it's unable to be used. And I'm sure they'll give you a patch, so to speak, that just ends up crashing the software, making it seem like it finally broke, which is, I'm sure that they will do. Or something of that sort. And maybe I'm pinning them wrong. Maybe they're trying to fix that problem. I don't know. But I think it's really messed up. I don't know about you guys, but it upsets me when people do this sort of thing. It seems wasteful. It seems frivolous. It seems unnecessary. And it just seems like something that isn't necessary, and it seems like it could have been averted. Even now I'm looking at my old Zune software on my other computer next to me, and I really do, and I know that people are like, just get over it, move on. I would move on if I'd be able to sync it to this, but I can't. That's just the thing. I can't physically, put anything on my Zune from here. I can't so much as do any of that. And it really sucks, because I really like my Zune. I really like using it. It's such a reliable, it's like a good dog. It's been there for me. It's always been reliable. And my God, if it isn't broke, why fix it, I just don't understand the thought process on that. I guess this finally is the death of Zune. I guess I just have to lock it away in a box somewhere, or turn it in for a store cred or some bullshit like that. But that's the thing. I don't want to do that. This thing means too much to me. It's worth the $200 price tag I had to pay for it back in the day, when my parents did at the time. It's worth that because I have so many things on there that mean something to me. It's more than just the device. It's the spirit of what it is for me. That'd be like, if you had a stuffed teddy bear from when you were a kid, or your favorite .22 rifle your dad gave you before he passed away, or something like that. That is what that is for me. It was the gift I got for Christmas so many years ago. It was the one thing I got. And it means a lot to me because it's been there for me through some of the darkest times of my entire life. Guys, for all you guys that have used the Zune software, I know a lot of people that use it but don't actually have the device, and I've read a lot of comments that are very upset about that, and some people don't even know what it is. But, for me, it just seems like a shitty practice to give, just to completely alienate your customers like that. Say, well, we just want to move on, so, your money's been well wasted. It isn't compatible with the new stuff, so that means that the device that I paid for, that I own, that I've been using all these years, is no longer usable. It's no longer useful at all. It's just a device that I have that I'll have to wait until it burns out, until everything finally crashes on it, and all that music I have downloaded on it. Well, eventually the usage rights will stay locked. I won't be able to listen to the thousands of songs I have on there. They'll just stay locked because I don't have usage rights on them, and that's all. So please, Microsoft, give me an explanation on why you would do something like that to your customer, to me. That's insanely disrespectful. And you're gonna say, oh, you're just one customer, or oh, this and that. Don't feed me that bullshit. I'm running a very sophisticated computer right now. I'm very savvy with that because my friend built it. He's very tech savvy. You know, I'm running a very sophisticated phone. I have nice things. And this was the nicest thing. This is one of the most, I take this with me everywhere. It's always with me. And for you to take that from me is disgusting. It's wrong. It's mind-boggling that you would do something like that to your customers when you say you take the high road and you really don't. I've always liked my Microsoft products because they're not pretentious. They're user-friendly. And then you just pull that BS. Just a total 180. Now, I have my reservations about Microsoft Windows 10. And, you know, there's a lot of problems with it. And I didn't really care because I didn't, you know, I didn't use it to the extent where it would cause me so much trouble. But this is a line in the sand, guys. And you need to make it right. I don't care how much money it costs you. You're billionaires. Solve the problem. And if you can't do that, then it really changes my thoughts on you guys. Microsoft, shame on you guys for doing this. I'm serious. I guess I'm just some other dumbass that you duped. I don't know what you think of me or how you feel about me, but if that's the case, and you're not going to fix this problem right here, where I can't even use my device or sync the music to the Groove, from the Groove to my Zune, it just seems like shitty business practice to me. Oh, you could say, well, oh well, and that's fine too. But I don't know. I'm trying to be an adult about this, but it just don't sit right. I can imagine if somebody did something like that to you, you'd be pretty damn upset yourselves. So, I don't know. Please like and subscribe if you guys agree with me. I mean, even if you don't like Zune, it's still pretty messed up what they're doing. And I know it doesn't affect a whole lot of people, but I guarantee you if some other company was doing this to you, be it a phone company or just anything of that sort, I guarantee people would talk about it a lot more. And something tells me this probably isn't the last to hear about Microsoft, because this is literally the first news I'm getting about it. And, you know, you'd think that the Zune owners would get some kind of newsletter. I didn't so much as get anything from Microsoft about this. Matter of fact, I was on the Zune about a month ago before my subscription ended, and I was downloading music on my other computer just fine. I was getting stuff, and then it finally ended, of course. And you know how they informed me? With a damn error code. I literally go to my account and all that crap. I try to purchase another thing, they keep giving me error codes. They completely locked me out of the system. Now, what part of that says good business practice? What part of that says we care about our customers and that we want them to have a good experience? What part of it says, hey, you know what? Even though we're moving on to Groove, let's leave a little device syncing icon down in the corner, just like in Microsoft Zune, like down here or something like that, or somewhere on here. I don't see anything. I don't see my Zune being registered. I don't see so much as see a spot where you could register your phone, or maybe it can. You know how ludicrous this sounds? I just, it's unbelievable. The prices are even higher. So what am I supposed to do? Just, you know, throw away my Zune and say, oh well, time to buy the next product. Time to spend more money on shit that I don't need. Real nice, guys. It's depressing. 'Cause I don't want to let it go. I don't think anybody else does either. Love you guys. Take it easy. And if you have any ideas on how to fix this problem, feel free to leave a comment, because it would mean the world to me. Take it easy.